Welcome to Berwick Mitsubishi. Thank you for taking the time out to have a look at our Prado Land Cruiser Altitude. This one is a pearl white. As you can see, it's quite a stunning vehicle. It's accentuated by the big grille at the front here. Huge lights with the daylight running lights, fog lights, and also complemented by the pearlescent paint, white pearlescent paint, which is pretty spectacular. You'll find on daylight today because all the sparkles come out. And I just wanted to show you also the snorkel here. It has got a lot of extras on this vehicle. The snorkel is basically designed so that you can go through slightly deeper water without getting any water into the engine of the motor, because diesels don't like water, but they're very reliable apart from that. So the snorkel certainly helps out if you are doing a little bit of off-road. I might pop you around this side of the car. So we've got mirrors that pop in and out when you lock and unlock the car. We've got our little blinkers on the top here as well, so rather than having it on the bodywork, because the bodywork, as you can see, is very flat and very streamlined, so very clean lines along there. Also the chrome work along the side there is very good. You might notice the alloy wheels down here. They're aftermarket, called Dirty Life, obviously for the off-road type style of driving. It also comes with some all-terrain tyres which are quite grippy. Gives you a bit of a dual purpose to your vehicle rather than just having on the road. You can go on dirt, a little bit of sand, that sort of thing, if you wish. So if you have a look down the tinted windows, it works beautifully with the white paint. And if you look up top here, we've got our Rhino roof rack. We actually still have the original racks if you require them, but we do have the solid rack up there. The advantage in this, obviously, if you're going away with a family, you can fit a lot of gear in there that you can't fit in the car. And this being a 7-seater, you might actually choose to use the 7 seats rather than just loading everything in the back of the car, and you've got somewhere else to put your luggage. So we pop around to the back of the car. You can see the Land Cruiser badging on the taillights. It also has Land Cruiser Prado across the back and the Altitude badge here. So it's presented very well. It's got a little protector on the bottom of the bumper so you don't scratch up your paintwork, which is quite nice. And then you've got your sensors at the rear as well. So they'll basically beep at you when you get too close to something and let you know that you're a little bit close. Save a little bump on the back of the bumper. We've also got our tow bar down there, which has been added to the vehicle aftermarket. Help you out if you're doing a bit of towing. Maybe you've got a boat or a jet ski or something like that, perhaps motorbikes. That'll certainly get you out of trouble. Now if I open the back of the car, I just want to show you this little button here which pops up your back window. So you might have a lot of luggage in here. You don't want it to accidentally fall out when you're popping the boot open, so you can just throw things on top without opening the whole lot and risking it falling out. But I will show you inside here as well. So as you can see, quite a lot of room in the back here. It does run a 12-volt power point in the back, or sorry, that's an inverter in the back here. So you can actually use a normal power point for some of the low-powered things like laptops and so on. Now we do have a seat here that pops up. So it's 7 seats. It has a little bit that pops out of the bottom here. Won't do that for you now, but as you can see, it's a split seat, which is very convenient if you've only got 6 people in the car. You can still put some luggage beside you. These seats up here, they flip and fold down as well, so it does give you a big flat area in the back here. There are some anchor points in here that you can use to tie things down. And I'll just show you around the rest of the car. So just showing the paintwork around the whole bodywork of the car. I just want to show you around the whole vehicle because it's very important to have a look around it, make sure it is in clean, tidy condition. I think you'll find the paintwork is pretty much immaculate on this car. It is a very low-K car, so I might just take the time to show you inside the car now, just show you through the back door. So if you have a look in here, you'll see we've got some adjustments here to tilt the seat. It goes further back, so you've got a nice lean if you're getting a bit sleepy in the back or your kids are falling asleep if you have children. This one's your cup holders. They fold up and down, just like that. Now with the temperature control, we've got climate control in the back for the rear passengers as well, and you'll see it goes through the roof line of the vehicle here. So everyone in the car has a good opportunity to keep cool or hot if that's what you require. You've got some rubber mats in the back here just to keep the car nice and tidy. The good thing about the rubber mats is you can pull them out, hose them down, put them back in. So it's quite good having those there. Cup holders in the side of the door here, and you got your little speakers in here. Being an Altitude, it does have quite a few speakers more than the standard model. The other advantage in the Altitude obviously is the DVD player, which you can probably just see through the top of the roof here. So if you do have people in the back, you got your DVD player for the kids, and you get the leather seats as well. So you got your forward and back here, and you got your tilt and your raise of the seat. You got your tilt on the back, and then you got your lumbar support for the arch of your back there to keep your back nice and solid. Cruise control just up here. Push button start. So you put your foot on the brake, press the button, and she starts up. We do have a beautiful Alpine system, non-genuine up here, so pretty high standard of stereo system, that one. It is an automatic vehicle, as you can see. So it does have all-wheel drive, which is constant, so it's always in all-wheel drive, but you do have that high and low range function as well, if required, if you are going off-road a little bit. If you take the time, you probably saw the sunroof in there when you were having a look at the DVD player. So she's pretty well spec'd up, this one. So what I might do now is just show you under the bonnet and the engine, and see what you think of that. So as I said, we'll have a look under the bonnet. As you can see, it's in pristine condition under the bonnet. There's no marks, dirt, scratches, all that sort of stuff. It's very clean. We run a 2.8 litre 4-cylinder turbo diesel. It runs around 8 litres per 100 on average, which gives you around 1,000 kilometres on a tank of fuel on average. You'll find it's got an 87 litre tank, so it's quite a good sized tank. It is a dual range 4-wheel drive, as we mentioned earlier, and yeah, it runs around 130 kilowatts and 450 newton meters of torque. It's got a 5-star ANCAP rating, and it carries 7 airbags, so you'll be quite safe in this vehicle. So thanks for coming inside the vehicle. We're just going to show you a few other features inside the car. I did mention to you the Alpine stereo system. You can have FM radio, digital radio, auxiliary and Bluetooth on there as well. It also gives you the ability to use your reverse camera without actually having the car in reverse. So that's a nice little feature to have. Now we've also got climate control, left and right climate control, so you can adjust that to suit the temperature that you wish for. In here we've got a great big storage compartment. As you can see, it's quite large down here. We have our all-wheel drive button, so you can lock in the centre diff. So if you are off-road, you lock in the centre diff, and that locks up the whole four-wheel drive system, so you've got better traction off-road. We also have a hill descent mode here. Okay, basically that just means the car will brake for you going down a very steep hill and keep you in better control. You don't have to stress going down the hill. We also have a low range mode here, so you can use low range in the vehicle as well. If you're going over rocks or through creek crossing or something very rugged or tough, which means you have to drive a little bit slower. I'm not sure if you can quite see down here, we do have some USB ports and auxiliary ports directly down here, and we also have a power point in there. What is also included is a inverter in the back. You got your 240 volt in the back of the car as well. Now this one here slides forward and back, so if you're a little bit shorter and you sit further forward, you've got your armrest there that is adjustable, and then you've got your top setting here, so you can put your wallets, keys, that sort of thing in the top, and if you wish you can open it right up, which I'll do for you in just a second. Yep. Now you've got your cooler in here, so you can adjust the airflow through here, so I can feel cold air coming through there in the cool box, so it's quite handy. Then you've got your normal conventional handbrake, which is great for four-wheel driving. There's a lot more control than using an electric one if you are off-road. You have got your adjustable steering, so really if you're a little bit shorter or a little bit taller, you can adjust that to suit yourself. Now with the rear mirror here, it's self-dimming. You don't have to flick that at night time, it'll automatically adjust. It's electro, I forgot the name of it, but it basically just means you don't have to adjust it yourself. We've got traction control down here and stability control, so if you do get a little bit out of shape, the car does have the ability to brake on individual wheels to straighten the vehicle up for you. And over this side we've got our cruise control. I don't know if you can quite see that in here. So with the stereo controls, you have got the Alpine stereo system, but it does actually work through here as well, so we can adjust the you'll hear the stereo is quite quite good for quality. And fully adjustable on the steering wheel, so you haven't lost any of the advantage of having a standard system in there. Push button start is on the side here, foot on the brake, press the button, she starts up and everything's good. You may be able to see the kilometres on the car. It's 42,376, which is quite low. And your odometer button, trip computer is all through here, and adjustable lighting for the dash is through here as well, so you can adjust that one now. And if we go to the side here, we've got our locks. We can lock all our doors. So if you're by yourself in your car, if you're a young lady or an older lady, or maybe a guy that is a bit worried about people, then you can just lock all your doors over here while you're driving, and lock your mirrors. If your kids are playing with the mirror, not the mirrors, the windows, sorry, you can just lock those windows as well. You do have cup holders in the doors as well. Cup holders in both doors. They actually got bottle holders as well. Cup holders in the centre, and also some more in the back in the centre of the seat. So thank you again. The only thing I should probably show you is this one. You got your lighting on top and your mirrors. Once again, lighting on top and your mirror on here, vanity mirrors. And there is a extension here. So if you are driving and the sun's coming through this area here, you can sort of block that out. So thank you again. The only other thing I need to mention, I guess, is the sunroof, which pops up and pops back like that. So yeah, cool for those summer days like today. It's about 25 degrees, not a better day to have the sunroof open. Let's pop that closed again. So thank you again for taking the time out to look at our Prado Altitude. I just wanted to also let you know that the service schedule on this car has been serviced more than regularly, more often than needed. So it's got great service history with very low Ks. There are a couple of things you can do to look after your car when you buy a car as good as this. You may want to take some time and have a look at our glass coat option, which gives you the ability to protect the paintwork on the vehicle, keeps bird poo and tree sap and those sort of things away, so it doesn't leave blemishes in your paintwork. The other thing you might want to consider is our Platinum One program, which gives you an extra 5 years of mechanical protection on the vehicle, which also comes with premium roadside assistance. So we can explain those things a little bit more when we have a chat to you. Yeah, certainly something you want to have a look at when you come down and see us. So thank you very much once again. You can contact me at Berwick Mitsubishi on 9907 0555. We'd love to see you down here. Berwick Mitsubishi, love that experience.